Hello everyone. In this video then we'll discuss about subtraction of a vector. Now say the resultant vector R. Now instead of addition of two vectors is representing subtraction of two vectors, right? When we are about to solve these kind of subtraction, we see subtraction also as a kind of addition. Can I write R vector is A and addition of minus B vector. So suppose the vectors are given like this. This is A vector, this is B vector, this angle is theta, which is the angle between vectors. But now I'm not looking for addition of A vector and B vector, but I'm looking for addition of A vector and minus B vector. So A vector remains as it is. And if you remember properties of vectors, if I know B vector, I can easily get minus B vector by reversing the sign. Magnitude remains same, I only reverse the sign. Sorry, magnitude remains the same, I only reverse the direction. So let me reverse the direction. This angle was theta. This then becomes 180 minus theta, or you can say pi minus theta in radians if you are dealing. So can I say the magnitude then becomes a square plus b square plus 2ab cos of angle between the vectors, which is now pi minus theta. So it becomes root over a square plus b square plus 2ab cos pi minus theta is minus cos theta. So can I say magnitude is root over a square plus b square minus 2ab cos theta, right? It becomes very important for you to note angle theta is between A vector and B vector. Please be very careful about this. Okay. Tan alpha then will become tan alpha. Now which angle is alpha? I complete this parallelogram since I am adding these two vectors. This is the resultant R vector. This angle is alpha. This angle is alpha. So tan alpha then will be B sin pi minus theta divided by A plus B cos pi minus theta. So tan alpha then is B sin theta A minus B cos theta. Two very important formulas. So these are the two important formulas for subtraction then. Fine. These are the two very important formulas for subtraction then. Okay. So what we have learned in this segment is कि हम subtraction of vectors को भी addition of vectors की तरह treat कर सकते हैं. But here it is addition not between A vector and B vector, but it is addition between A vector and minus B vector. ठीक है? I hope till here it's fine for everyone. Right? Now we'll introduce a new kind of vector that is known as null vector. So if I subtract A vector from A vector, the result will be a vector. And if I'm using equality sign and LHS is a vector, so RHS also must be a vector. So I will write here 0 with a vector sign. This then is known as the null vector. There are two very important properties of null vector. First one is magnitude. Its magnitude is 0. And second, since there is no magnitude, actually there will be no arrow. If arrow is not there, राइट। एरो अगर आप बनाएंगे कोई भी डेफिनेटिव साइज का तो कुछ मैग्नीट्यूड आ जाएगा। सिंस एरो कैन नॉट बी स्पेसिफाइड तो आप उसका डायरेक्शन नहीं बता पाएंगे। सो डायरेक्शन कैन नॉट बी स्पेसिफाइड। What are the other properties? If you add null vector to any given vector, it will be the vector itself. If you multiply any quantity to a null vector, it will be a null vector, right? So these are some of the important properties of null vector, right? You can note these down. Now we'll discuss about unit vector. Okay. To understand the significance of unit vector, suppose I have a vector in this direction, that is a vector, and it is of 4 units. It is of 4 units. In the same direction, I want to make a vector of, say, 16 units. Right? I want to make a vector of 16 units. Can I write that vector as 16a? No, because if I write that as 16a, its magnitude will become 64 units. No, that was not what I intended. I intended to make a vector of 16 units in the direction of a vector, correct? So what we can do is, first we can make a vector of 1 unit in this direction. And that vector which you create of 1 unit in that direction is known as unit vector along A, right? And the significance is that if any unit vector is there, you can see this is the difference. This sign represents it's a unit vector. And if it's a unit vector, its magnitude by default will be how much? 1 unit, right? Now if I want to create a vector of magnitude 16 in this direction, I can directly write that vector as this. Now this vector will have magnitude also as 16 and direction also same as a vector, correct? So if I want to draw a vector back again, can I say I can write it like this? Its magnitude now is a and it is again in the same direction as a vector. So can I say a vector is typically this? So can I say unit vector can be defined as vector divided by its magnitude? That is why you will find out in some books it's written like this, because this is nothing but this signifies magnitude of a vector. So this then becomes a very important formula. So if I know unit vector along any direction, I can create any vector of a given magnitude just by multiplying that magnitude with the unit vector, है ना? अगर हमको एक डायरेक्शन का यूनिट वेक्टर पता है तो हम डिजायर्ड वेक्टर के मैग्नीट्यूड से उस यूनिट वेक्टर को मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे तो वो वेक्टर उसी डायरेक्शन में हमको उतने मैग्नीट्यूड का मिल जाएगा, करेक्ट? ठीक है? सो दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूला, इंपॉर्टेंट. A very important property of unit vector, note, magnitude of unit vector is 1. Magnitude of unit vector is 1. Okay? Fine. You have 3 axes, right? For all of those axes, unit vectors are already defined. For example, unit vector along positive x is I cap, along positive y is j cap, along positive z is k cap. So it's obvious then that along negative x it will be minus I cap, along negative y it will be minus j cap, and along negative z it will be minus k cap. Right? What is the significance of this? Please try to understand. What is the significance of this? Say I have this axis and I want to express this vector of 2 units. So can I say A vector is nothing but magnitude multiplied by unit vector of that direction, so it is I cap. Correct? If I have a vector of 4 units here, say B vector, that B vector then can be written as 4 into unit vector along the direction, that is j cap. If it's अगर वो रिवर्स साइड में होता तो माइनस j cap होता. That's the difference. Correct? The next thing that we are going to discuss is resolution of a vector. Now please pay attention here. Say this is a vector A. Can I say if this vector is A, I can have two vectors like these. A vector then can be said as n times p unit vector, m times q unit vector. So this vector has been resolved in these two components, right? A has been resolved in the direction of p and q. Correct? We are going to talk about rectangular components mainly. Now, in case of rectangular components, we have three mutually perpendicular axes that we have already discussed: x, y, and z. Right? So please remember, in rectangular components, we have three mutually perpendicular axes. Now, suppose I want to resolve a vector in its rectangular components. Say it is in xy plane, 5 units. Say this angle is 37 degrees. If I break it into components, it will be like this. 5 cos 37, this will be 4, this will be 3. So can I say this vectors of R, that is A vector, is basically addition of these two vectors. This vector can be written as 4 I cap, magnitude into unit vector along the direction, and this can be written as 3 j cap. This is how you represent a vector in its rectangular components. Correct? This is how you represent it in terms of rectangular components. Right? So for a 2D vector, any vector P can be represented as Px I cap plus Py j cap. Correct? This is known as X component. This is known as Y component. So X component and Y component. If I want to get magnitude of P, that will be root over Px square plus Py square. Right? And if I represent that vector, if I get this angle theta, tan theta will be Py by Px. Again, important formulas. Fine. So you can copy this down then. We can define a general 3D vector like this. where A, B, C are x, y and z components respectively. If I want to get magnitude of such vector, it will be root over a square plus b square plus c square. Now this representation that you are seeing here is the mathematical representation which I was talking in the beginning of the chapter, right? So this is the mathematical representation of the vector, right? How do I perform arithmetic operations of addition and subtraction in mathematical form? So in arithmetic operations, say I have two vectors A, which is a1 I cap plus b1 j cap plus c1 k cap, and there is another vector B vector which is a2 I cap plus b2 j cap plus c2 k cap. If I want to perform the arithmetic of addition, a plus b, I cap will be added to j cap to j cap and k cap to k cap. Similarly, if I want to do subtraction of a minus b, it will be a1 minus a2 I cap plus b1 minus b2 j cap plus c1 minus c2 k cap, right? So this is how we perform arithmetic operations on mathematical form. We are still to discuss multiplication of vectors. There will be two types of multiplication, dot product and cross products. We will discuss them in the next video then. Fine. Thank you everyone.